All right. So, welcome to the Medium Ghetto Podcast with your host, Jamar. This is the first live for the Medium Ghetto Mondays. What's going on? Introduce yourselves.
I'm Yanni Vani, entrepreneur, vegan cook. Just in case people don't know who I am, mother, like I said, entrepreneur. I don't know. I just started it off.
That's a lot of lists. That's a lot of lists. See, I was just going to sit there and say I'm a podcast host. I'm Jerry Dam, host of the It's About Damn Time podcast, and an entrepreneur. Trying to do my own thing in that regard. And since you brought up mom, dad, so I'm here. I'm in this thing.
All right, Pat. And I guess I'm just your host, Jamar. I'm the unprofessional professional. Professionally a professional. But I'm about to roll the song for a second, so we're gonna hit this. Listen to this beat. Listen.
It's medium ghetto intelligent her conversation, so won't you come hang with the gang?
All right, got to roll that real quick. Refresher. And if anybody's in the chat, feel free. Oh, what's up, George? Feel free to have any questions. But today's topic is gonna be on.
Real quick, cuz how do I see who, or you only can see who's in the chat?
I think I'm the only one.
All right, I'm trying to make this big. I'm
Like,
so sorry.
It's
I'm
totally
so sorry,
fine.
y'all. This is my first time on this thing. Go ahead. Sorry, not to interrupt you. Go ahead. Do your thing. Do your big one.
All right, bet. No more interruptions, I guess. But so we're gonna be talking about how your circle reflects you. And start off question, right? Have you ever thought about how your friends you choose shape who you become every day? Has that been like a constant thought?
But then reality for me, I already know. I don't even have to think about it because I've experienced it already.
In what way? What happened? Like, what you mean?
What the people that I surround myself with, how that affect me?
Yeah, like what are some examples?
I
How did
mean,
it positively affect you?
in a positive way,
Yeah.
I got to meet some decent people. It helped me grow financially. It helped me grow mentally, spiritually. Um, yeah, so good ways and bad ways that resonates with me. So that's something that I definitely keep on the forefront um, before even meeting people. I could tell whether or not we gonna be in the same circle or not.
Very well. What about you, Jared?
Yeah. Positive and negatively. Like it's great that you immediately thought the positive. See me, I was like, I really thought the negative. I'm gonna be a pessimist.
Yeah, I thought we was gonna work our way through it. I thought we was gonna start negative and then get to the good. But yeah,
No, you did good because the first thing I was like, yeah, them motherfuckers. Like, yeah.
it's some fucked up people here.
Yeah, there are people in your life that that you love, that you have a loyalty with, that you've been friends with for like quite some time. But like I said, like sometimes they don't necessarily have your best interest at heart. Like the friendship is might be based on a love for like sports or a love for certain genre of movies or whatever, but it might not be. Y'all might not have everything that's all encompassing, and that causes some problems when y'all don't properly line up right.
Absolutely.
I agree.
And I think the first time when I was a kid, when I realized that like friendships and circles like contribute to like a different life was this. So I remember, I'll say when I was like 15, right? You know, in adolescence, you start taking your forks in the road, right? You start taking your forks in the road. So I remember going to go visit with my friends. I'm not gonna say his name on here. And at this point,
Say his name. Point it like that. Playing. Go ahead.
You know you're about to say something illegal. I'm not gonna write on my man. I was at the house playing. I was at the house playing video games. And I went to go visit him. And guess what my man was doing? My man was playing at 15. Was playing with guns. So at this point in my life, I was like, yeah, it ain't me. So I purposely walk home. And I just continue to play games. At that start, I knew I wasn't for that. I knew that was the type of circle. Yeah, I was like 15. I was like, damn, bro, we started out. This is
That's a good thing, though. That's a good thing because at 15, like especially where we from, like that's not uncommon. Like, not to put my fiance out there, but like he had got a gun charge when I think he was 13, 14.
God damn.
Yeah. He's changed too. But like, it happens, especially in our community. it's so easy to fall victim of that and think that that's kind of cool or whatnot. So
Yeah,
shout out
like
to you.
your circle really plants those thoughts in your head. They really contribute to a lot of your thoughts, and your thoughts really become your actions. Like that's wild because you start thinking that's normal, and it's not.
Right.
For real.
Any like unnormal behavior that you realize that wasn't normal when you were like an adult that you're like, wow, now like I wouldn't do that again. Wouldn't get caught doing that. Like anything you thought used to be like normal when you were young, but you realize
I got so many things that I thought was normal. No, I listen. So we talking about guns. I got a story, right? I had to be probably like 14, hanging around. The crowd was hanging around at 14, and we're from Chester, so it's like it's ghetto, it's poverty. Like that's all it is around there. And I remember, like, going to parties. They shoot up the parties, all types of stuff. They shooting around our neighborhoods. Gunshots were really like normal to me. And I remember this one time we were at the store and some gunshots went off and everybody was running and I was just walking. And I remember one of my friends at the time was like, why didn't you, excuse me, why didn't you run? Why didn't you run? And I'm steady telling this person, like, bullets don't have no name on it. If it's for me, it's for me. Why the hell am I thinking like that? I swear, I'm so glad I don't think like that anymore because listen, that could have easily been me. So it's like, yeah, the list goes on of all the unnormal things that I definitely thought was normal at the time. Like just desensitized to gunshots. And when I go to the party, I'm not even afraid. Listen, if they shoot it up, they shoot it up. That's crazy.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yo, that is
not
wild.
today. Not today. I will be far from places like that. Like that's crazy.
I'll be out. No, I think same thing with me. So I was with my lady at the time, and it was what was it? New Year's. We do the fireworks at New Year's. It's not really fireworks because it's winter. It's gunshots. And this person looks out the window like, "Yo, where's the fireworks?" And then you just grab her and like just throw it to the ground because they're shooting.
Yeah.
And at that point, I realized how innocent like people are and how great innocence is. Like, it's really a privilege to have that innocence. As a kid, I shouldn't know what gun violence is.
Right.
I shouldn't always feel like I need to jump on the floor during a holiday. I shouldn't be like, yo, it's Christmas and New Year's. That it's about to be next year, and I shouldn't have to duck on the floor.
Yeah, for real.
Or instinctually stay away from windows, or like don't go outside, or keep still because the bullet might fly through. Like none of that shit we should have in our heads that we should be doing every holiday season.
Right. And it's just a norm. And we comfortable with it. Oh, just get on the floor. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know the drill. Like, that's crazy.
You know what? The cops are used to it, too. I remember when I got from the Marine Corps, so I used to run every morning. The cops going to stop me on running and ask me, is everything okay?
Doesn't sound too far-fetched. Where we from, especially where we from.
Exactly. So that happened.
I'm surprised they ain't lock you up.
Yeah, like
you fit the description.
You got a black guy running. He's really fast.
Yeah, that's right.
Is it danger or is it like theft? Which one?
Right. That's one of the two.
Man. But like, has anyone ever like you hung out with influenced your self-esteem in a negative way?
For sure.
Yeah. I definitely when you get around negative people, and they don't just give a fuck about life at all. Like they just like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna graduate. I'm gonna get this job. I'm just gonna sit here and do this, and I'm just waiting till my off days so I can sit. Like they don't have no plan whatsoever. And like if you fucking with them and you ride hard for them. Yeah, you can easily get caught up in that. Well, you like, because they make it fun. That's the problem. They'll make it fun.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah. They ain't got no plan in life. They're like, yo, we better get some drinks right here. Do this. And so you, after like the 4th or 5th weekend in a row that you didn't got drunk and you ain't did nothing. Now you broke. Now you
like, this ain't adding up.
Your plan is completely destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that negativity that kind of sneak up on you, and that's I face that a lot in my hometown. Like I'm originally from Louisiana, so
okay, I hear it.
Yeah,
I hear it in the accent.
Yeah. So I caught that a lot, So I had to kind of make some changes, and of course because I made those changes, I got ridiculed. I'm the nerd. I'm the outsider, like because I'm doing stuff differently. So it damn sure fucked with my self-esteem because it was like, well, damn, like I ain't like everybody else, so I felt like lesser than because of all that.
Yeah, I can relate to that 100%.
And when you feel lesser, do you ever feel like you should isolate yourself more? Which is probably
100%. Like I spent even now, like hell, I'm 43 now, and I spent a lot of time like isolating myself because of some of those things that happened and took place early on, growing up.
Man, yeah, I feel the same way. So I just started being like, yo, if they don't like the way what I do, then why hang out with them? And you start to realize as like when you're growing up, you start to split with all your friends. And when you split with all your friends, like you start questioning, like, yo, is it me or is it them? Like, and really, once you start questioning, that's when like doubt and bad self-esteem starts to come in.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm trying to see real quick. I think your mic went out.
There we go.
I don't know what happened. Will somebody call you?
Yeah, people be calling me, child.
Nobody call you when you not busy.
For real.
That's how it goes.
Nah, but like back to it. Then somebody probably called her again. You ever feel like everyone like with the vibe thing? Everyone wants to have a vibe, but you want to focus on your responsibility. You want to focus on getting your money right. You want to focus on getting on the things that you deem correct. But these people start to make you question. Like, am I doing the right thing?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Someone asked me a wild question because I didn't want to go out the party or like this. Yo, bro, are you like broke or like is it finances?
Because you minded your own business and you ain't going out and just randomly spending money. They just automatically assume that you broke.
Yeah, exactly. So like things like that. So it starts to make you think like, yo, if y'all think I'm broke, like how much money y'all got to spend? Like, but really it's just priorities.
Yeah, I can relate to that 100% too. For me, I think I can relate to you, Jamar, with that because when we talk about the self-esteem thing, when I started going on this journey, definitely people started making me feel weird or I'm not on the right track or I have some nerve to try to be better because I'm from here or we used to do this or we used to do that. And for me, I think it was both. Part of it was just like, yeah, they're not going where I need to be. But the other part was kind of like, damn, like, so I tried to show them the ropes, put them D, give them game, one ear and out the other. And then I just had to learn from it. Like, I think what I know for me is like, I never really, and I'm thankful to the universe for that because I never really had to cut nobody off. Like, they cut me off. They like, listen, you doing a little too much for me. I'm going to go this way. But that's perfect, though. That's perfect for me because it's like, I'm just such a kind person. I don't think that I had it in me anyway. But like the way it aligns is like, it wouldn't work out anyway. You drive me out with all you want to, or you only wanting to smoke and drink and fight and worry about everybody else's business. And I want to do some healing. I want to grow. I want to learn things. I want to meet people. I want to travel. I want to explore the world. I want to take care of my children, all that kind of stuff. So they did me a favor at the end of the day.
Yo, have y'all what you just said just pulled up something. And y'all ever watched the Safe Place podcast? Like Lil Yachty?
Yeah, yeah. I just watched the one with him and Sexy Red just the other day, and him and Kai.
So I was on to Sexy Red, and she was like, you remember where she was like, yo, I like the thrill. And, was it about, you remember like dating more boring guys? Or like more so dating like guys with more excitement? Maybe because that's like what they used to. And in your mind, you start to think like when you like dating those type of guys is the right choice, or dating these type of girls is the right choice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the contrary, calm, collective, maybe a little bit more mentally stable, just seems like so unattractive because in the hood, all we see is people chase the more so ratchet.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm one. I believe in balance. I still have ratchet friends, and I still hang around my ratchet friends sometimes. I just don't hang around them as much as I hang around my positive friends, around people that's getting to it. But it's nothing wrong with that either, because you do need to, Like, I'm not gonna lie, I want to be a little hip. I want to know what's going on. Like, I'm not gonna act like I'm just this stale. I gotta just go this way with things. But as far as them influencing me now, like, no. Or I think I'm gonna ask some more questions, so I don't want to just jump ahead. But yeah, I don't think it's anything wrong with that either. I think it's a balance thing. But the only surround yourself around negative people is like, you got to kind of look in the mirror and check yourself and like, what am I doing here? Especially y'all not getting no money. Y'all not y'all not making no plans, no goals. You still stuck in the same situation. Y'all probably only can relate by talking about what y'all don't have. And yeah, you got to switch that up. Yeah.
Right.
All right. So another one, right? Let's say, how much have y'all environment? So I know both of you guys are more purposeful, right? You're really y'all making sure you're more conscious about where you're going. Like, how has the environment in your past like affected some of your thoughts?
Like, affected today?
Yeah, just
or
today. Like, do you ever feel like, yo, if I would have said no to certain invites places, I'd have been further ahead. Or if I would have said no to this association, I'd have been further ahead.
Definitely.
An example?
Definitely.
Yeah.
You can go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, for me, here's my problem. I'm gonna be transparent. Like, I'm one of the people that I always like to help people. I always want somebody. If somebody got like this goal or dream or whatever that they trying to do, I'm all for it. It gets me excited. Like, I'm passionate about other people's passions. You know what I mean? But the issue with that is I put my shit on the side and everything.
I love that.
And go full force to sit there and help them. The problem is they be on their bullshit. So they have because you can have a dream, but you don't have no goals to sit there and get to that destination. It's just all it is just a thought. And so
it's just a wish.
To a point, exactly. And it got to a point I was working harder than they was on their dreams. Like, to the point I didn't put my stuff down. I ain't working my stuff in 6 months. And I'm working harder than they are. They like, yeah, good job, Jerry. Keep it up.
I can relate.
But, you know what I'm saying? So it's some of these associations when I go back and look at it, which I wish I could say it was like 1 or 2. I wish I could say it was like 5 or 6. But when you start going in the double digits on how many times you did this, and then you start looking at your life, you be like, man, like I could be way up here, and I'm still trying to grab this first step. So it's even. You even got to watch what you do as far as even helping people. You got to be selective with giving, and that's crazy.
That's the one.
I never really thought about that. I never really thought about that until like as I got older.
That's the one. Giving out that free game, don't do it. I had to learn the hard way myself. Like, I have this motto: what I want for myself, I want for others. So I was just like you, passionate, help them with their vision, their dream, or whatever it is, and then they be sitting here expecting me to continue to do it, and they ain't even putting it forward or doing anything with it. So I can relate to that 100%. Like, story of my life.
What do you think's the cause of them not following through, even though you see that they can do it?
I think with some people follow trends. So let's be honest, right now in today's world, it's especially with the pandemic, everybody wanted to be an entrepreneur or business or owner or woke and health conscious and everything. And I don't think that they really thought it entirely through. You know, they don't have an end goal. They just say, listen, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then when it doesn't happen, they get stagnant or stuck. And if they have someone like you in their corner, like, of course, they're going to like start to lean on you more to have the answers or to do it. And that's selfish and unfair because I'm taking up most of the work or energy or time while you get to fall back and relax yourself or fake act like you're doing it too. Like,
I think they're like busybodies, right?
Oh yeah, that too. And I come at it from a different perspective. It also could be. It's some people in my life that I was helping. I felt like they generally wanted this, but they didn't know how to do it. And I think what it was the imposter syndrome. Like, they got scared. They got scared. And look, I can relate to imposter syndrome. Like,
for sure.
But the thing about it is you just got to keep pushing. They just stopped. And then when you got somebody in your corner that's passionate, that got your back, you like, you start leaning on them like, well, they seem real confident in it and everything. So I'm gonna let them just take the lead, and I'm just sitting back because I don't want to fuck up.
Yeah.
And so then all of a sudden now the person that this ain't even my stuff. Like, this ain't my LLC.
Now, imposter syndrome is real, and like I think the fear of just messing up keeps you there. Like it's the scarcity versus abundant mindset. Where I was before was scarcity. I was trying to keep my efforts. I was trying to keep my save my focus. I was trying to save my money, and I would bet on other people before I would bet on myself. And I think that's what it is. They would rather bet on you than themselves.
I hear that all the time. You know what to do though. You got the answers. They say we could do this and that. Like, and you could do this. So why my job is like huge and they're just like this. Like no. No, we cannot do that. That's why I'm like, I put my foot down when it comes to that. I help people who want to help themselves in that way. Like, you know, and if I could see the difference now versus like before with that. So
yeah, you could tell. Like I like, you know, who I like to help. Like this is who I like to help, and this is who are going to be my friends, right? I like the people who are already moving, who may not have everything figured out, but if you're continuing to move, I will help you out.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah.
If you show an effort, I will help you out. Like effort and plans, you know what you want. You have everything figured out. At this point in my life, I remember I was helping out with like a couple nonprofits, and what I've seen with these nonprofits, they had no idea what their goals was at this time. They've been doing nonprofits for years, so I figured in my mind, yo, they must know what's going on. They've been doing this for years, but in reality, they've just been really running in circles, and they have never scaled their business. And I quit the job because they had no idea what was going on. I'm not gonna put my energy into trying to build something that has pretty much trying to drive a bus with no gas in it.
Right. Absolutely. Especially if that's not where you plan. That's not your plan. That's not where you seeing yourself going. That's a difference. It's like I love helping people, like I said, and I don't mind helping people, but it has to make sense to me. Like, you know, it has to be something I genuinely want to do. You know.
And let's just keep it a buck. You know what I mean? Like we're at a point in time where we can just look at things and be like, "What's in it for me?" You could be a little selfish. And
yeah, for sure.
That's something for me that I'm still learning to this day because I'm so used to just being open and giving. But it's like I'm looking for this opportunity. Like how this could be beneficial to both of us. Like what can I get out of this partnership? You know, like because it's like you know, Jamal, like you talked about with that scarcity versus abundant mindset. Right. So if you switch to that abundant mindset, now you're looking like, okay, well, when you start having partnerships with different, let's say you have a partnership with different podcasters. Hey, Jerry got this podcast. I got my hot sauce that I'm trying to sell. I need to do commercial for that. And on top of that, I'll be a guest on his. Like you got to start looking at stuff like that. And
absolutely.
I think that's the problem when you have a crew. The people that you're around that you talk to, that they don't have anything to really offer is it's a parasitic relationship, and it's not both sides winning from it.
And that's the one crew I do not want to be a part of. If I'm in no crew where we all are motivated and like, because you're supposed to be able to motivate me, and I can motivate you as well. And if we sit here and we supposed to be in a crew and we not being creative, or the only one creative, I gotta get out of this crew because that don't even make no sense. Because I be looking at them content creator videos, and they be having them houses and stuff. Like I be like, I need them kind of people in my life. I really do. I need to be around those kind of people.
You know what's crazy? Like that's how the podcast summit was. Everybody was creative, so any idea was like everyone was blessing each other with ideas and clarifications.
Absolutely. Networking is everything.
And when you pay for something, that means you have a level of seriousness. If you pay for that and you went, that means you literally weed out a good network. There were very few people who were just there to have fun. Very few. Everyone added value to everybody.
Absolutely. Networking events is the one. I was going to get into that with your next question, but we're going to wait.
All right, what? So let me see. All right, so I'm gonna be so let's say you embody the qualities of, like, your friends embody the qualities of you, right? How do you define those qualities in your friends? Like, if you're trying to find, like, right now, what qualities are you defining your friends that are keeping them pretty much around? I'm sorry, it was hard to pick that question up.
Yeah, I was trying to pick it up. It's okay. It's okay though. So basically, you asking like, what qualities are we looking for in people?
Yeah, like, how are
Or
you defining, like, what qualities are you defining with your friends right now that make them good enough to hang out with, pretty much?
for me personally, like we don't have to be exactly alike. I'm not saying that I'm an entrepreneur. My friend has to be an entrepreneur. I'm just saying that I don't know. It's like a feeling. It's a vibe that we both have. I could feel that you're honest. I could feel that you're trustworthy, that you're genuine. Because I'm that kind of person. And if we can meet each other, at least there, that would make the biggest difference. So for me, for a friend, I am looking for somebody who does have some type of drive, though, that they do want more. Whether it's something as simple as, I don't know, you want to have a bigger house. I don't know. It doesn't have to be as big as like, oh, I want 20 businesses and 10 multiple streams of income. It doesn't have to be anything of that like that either for you to be my friend. But it does have to just be just I don't know. It's a feeling. It's this
Yeah,
quality. I just
they don't
tell.
gotta make like 5
Yeah,
LLCs by
like now I'm
5
judging you. Like, see,
Yeah.
but they do say that though. Like they do say that. Like, what is it? Who you surround yourself around? Like when it comes to like money, right? Like it's like you'll be making whatever percentage of the people you hang around, like y'all will be making the same amount. So yeah, my friends do have to be getting to a bag. It doesn't have to be like exactly
It don't
what
gotta be
I'm
the
doing.
same flow as you, per
Right.
se. Like,
And
I have more friends that like make money different ways, but they're still, let's say I'm more of an introvert, right? So I'm more introverted.
mhm,
So I need to be around friends who may be a little bit more extroverted. So I think the qualities I'm looking to define, that I find, like, let's say spontaneous, right? Because I'm not
mhm,
spontaneous. I plan almost everything. I'm looking for
that's
some
what's up.
spontaneous friends. So those are kind of like some of the qualities that I'm looking for in friendships. It don't always have to be the same, like similar, like you said. It can always complement. You know what I mean?
So you're looking for balance overall, like
Yeah,
that
I
one
hmm
know
person
I
gives you
suck.
that
I
balance.
know I suck at a couple things. I know I suck at a
Right.
lot of things.
Yeah, even me out for sure. Definitely even me out. I definitely got those friends that turn me up too. But you know something else I've been like noticing? I don't think I could hang around single people. I don't think I could have single friends while I'm in a relationship. In today's world, like at least I didn't find I don't really have I hang around single people, don't get me wrong. But not to that I don't know. Some people
Hold up. Right now, we got a couple types of single. We got single, and we got single. You got to distinguish. Are you talking about your single friends, or your single friends? Because
see listen.
everybody got a secret lover now.
Yeah,
Everybody
that's
got a
true.
sneaky
That's
link. I
true.
realize this. Like,
I don't know. It's just that like so when I like to be outside or have fun and my hair down a little bit. Those particular friends, hold on, where was I getting at with this? I just lost my train of thought. When I hang around those particular friends, I think I drive them out to some degree. And I want to say that because we could be hanging out and then next thing you know, they are trying to catch something. So it's like sitting here like in a corner while you trying to mingle. And it just doesn't work out and it doesn't look good either on my end because I'm engaged. So yeah, sometimes it just gets like that. It just gets like that. I don't know if it's just a me thing, but yeah, some
no,
of
it
my
should
single friends
be.
it's kind of hard sometimes to hang around people that's single.
Because, like, all right, let's talk about qualities. Like, some of those qualities might be like, you may not want to hang around the respect your man more promiscuous women. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
Because some people just going to the club and just shacking up.
Yeah,
I've
Mhm.
seen a
whatever.
lot
Mhm.
going out. Like, I've seen people going bathrooms together in the club. They just mad. I've seen a
Wow.
lot of reckless behavior in the club.
Wow.
Like, and
That's deep.
if I was, if I was in
I
a
mean, that's a
relationship,
good time.
I
I'm not
wouldn't.
gonna hold you. That sounds like a good time, but wow.
Yeah.
I mean, live your life. Yeah, live your life. But that's my point exactly. And then it's just like, you know, all the time. So when I'm outside, that means I'm outside. And then when I'm with my single friend, they be like, listen, I'm ready to bust it open and get back to my cheeks or this new thing that so I don't know, it doesn't work. I don't know why I got on this topic, but I think since we talking about like friendships and relationships, like just wanted to put that out there. I'm not really able.
No, it's definitely a quality that you're looking for in your friends. So I mean, that's how we kind of got on it, and I agree. Like I kind of agree with you that like I want a like-minded individual. I want somebody that has a drive. Like you said, they don't necessarily have to be an entrepreneur. They don't necessarily have to be in podcasting. They don't necessarily have to be doing the same thing that I'm trying to do. But I know for me personally, like if in my conversation nowadays, because if it's with podcasting, if it's with me, trying to create a digital content company, all this other stuff, 90% of my conversation is going to be geared towards that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Same. I know what you mean.
And so you got to be able to weather the storm, or at least get me off of it for 5 or 10 minutes. So you got to be a conversation too.
Right.
So, but also, I get inspired for, like I said, with being with people's passions. I get inspired from your stuff. So if you trying to launch a YouTube channel, or you trying to sit there, a vegan chef, if you doing whatever you doing, I want to hear about that, because when I hear you talk about it and you passionate about it, oh shit, I'm about to sit there and work hard. She killing it. You know what I mean? She killing it. I'm about to work hard as hell now because I got to do this.
Same.
I just aligned with Jamar just the other day, listening to him go through all his stuff and everything, and we were there for 18 minutes. I got my ass up out of bed and started working on some podcasts.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's the people you want to surround yourself around. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think what we're all asking for right now, good quality, is open-mindedness. And like open-mindedness is that bridge that like helps like friends and diversity get along. Because if you're not open-minded, you're both gonna be mad at each other. Like, you ever had somebody like, yo, bro, like, you ever like see people who don't dance, hang out with people who can dance? Like, like someone who's more closed-minded might judge you, like, oh, bro, I don't know why you can't even dance. But there's other things you can do too. Like someone who might be more so not a dancer might be a smooth talker at the bar. Somebody might like to work the bar. Someone might like to work the dance floor. We gotta all respect how, like, we gotta be more open-minded to how other people operate.
Absolutely. And I'm one of those kind of people. I'm definitely, like you were just saying, I ask a lot of questions when I meet people, because I just want to know how people think, or what's on your mind, or you could put me deep with something I didn't even know existed. It's a whole world out here, so
yeah. Can you recall any like friends, positive or negative energies that impacted your mood or attitude?
For sure. For sure. Good or bad? Which one? Where are we going with it? Which one you want? Good one or the bad one?
You know where I'm gonna start.
Go start off.
I'm gonna start with the bad. Look, I'm a pessimist tonight. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna start with the bad, because I just and again, full transparency, I just kind of came out of like a little dark slump where I just wasn't. I didn't have any energy. I was dead. I was drained. I wasn't talking about it. I Netflixed and chilled by myself like for days, just because I didn't want to think. And why was I in that state? A lot of it was because I wasn't getting a whole lot of sleep, and I was doing too much for other people. And so when you get to the point where you're like automatically off the phone, you sit and talk to somebody else, and you go on with somebody else, and you absorbing their energy. So I'm absorbing the fact that you got your problems with your family and your family around. But I'm absorbing you got some financial issues and you want to sit there and talk to me about it. I'm absorbing, okay, you got some health issues that you want to sit there and talk about. Okay, I'm just not feeling so well right now. So I'm absorbing all that shit, and I got my own shit that I'm dealing with. So I'm sitting here in a dark room, and I'm just like, I ain't got it. Like, I felt like I was on 1%, and I charged my body was a cell phone. I was on 1%. I charged it up, and it wasn't going off at 1% because I was FaceTiming at 1%. And FaceTime at 1%, that shit ain't charging up at all.
No, seriously. Yeah, listen, you nailed it. Same situation, been there before. definitely affected my mood, affected my decisions, because I probably wouldn't even have done something, but I did it because I keep hearing it over and over and over and over. And now I am changing my mind. Now, you know what? I was opposed to that before, but you're right. I might as well do this, or I might as well say that, or whatever the
Yeah.
case may be. Yeah, I could relate to that 100%. 100%.
And like I can really relate to the part where like it bogs you down, it like makes it's heavy on you. Like it weighs you down too. Because listen, I got, let's say my car trunk pretty much, I got any new car trunk right at this point. It's a hybrid. Someone hit my car. And it's so much negativity. I gotta go to a taco festival this weekend. I got class starts tomorrow. I gotta do another episode. I actually gotta record episode tomorrow, Tuesday. Then I got another episode on Thursday I'm going live for. And then I gotta edit everything and have it ready by Monday, package. And I gotta find a guest on Monday. You got all this going on, all this ripping and running on your end. You got all these goals you gotta hit, and then someone has the nerve to just like throw trash in your mind. Like you ever heard like the analogy? Like what would y'all do if someone came in your crib? Like Jared, right now, I think I can see the back of your crib. What if someone came in your crib with like a big trash can and just dumped it all over your floor? What would you do?
Well, one, I'd be mad because I just cleaned this some bitch up. Like it was dirty before we started this, so I'd be mad. Like all my hard work is gone. But you're right. Like it's what your point is valid. It's what it is. It's like you're working on cleaning your own stuff up. This is your room. This is your sanctuary. You're working on cleaning all this up, and people keep dumping and dumping, and they're not asking to help you pick up your shit.
Nope.
They're not asking, can they help pick up my shit? Like, so I think the number one thing that I have really valued, if we're gonna talk about a plus, I'm gonna transition to that plus. And the one thing I value when I'm in that state where my battery's at 1% and I'm charging, I got people that have started conditioning themselves that they'll call me. They're like, "Hey man, I'm going through some stuff. Do you have the capacity to sit there and listen to me right now?"
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Ask me if I want to even take this on right now.
Blew me away. I was like, "Whoa!" Like, tomorrow? I mean, I can get you tomorrow. Like, you're like, "All right, cool. You know, are you doing okay?" Like that right there for me, or like, you know, allowing me to sit there and recharge, not being like, "Oh, hey, what can I do for you? What can I do for you?" Allow me to sit there and recharge and just periodically checking on me to make sure that I'm good. That shit right there is great. So it's almost like that garbage can scenario you're talking about. You gotta find people that's like, "Hey, I have trash. Can you take it? If not, I'm gonna move on to somebody else." And that's the important thing, man.
Exactly. So, what negativity, like, you know, you say it's contagious like the cold. Which ways have like y'all seen it? Like, have y'all ever been, like you said, you've been down on depth dealing with like negativity too? Like, has it ever just affected you? And you were like, "Yo, I was doing so great. The week was so great. I woke up in the morning. I was like, thank God." I'm yelling to the sun how happy I am. I got my coffee. I got my breakfast, and out of nowhere, like dread because you're near certain types of people. Has that ever happened?
It's happened to me before, but I think that really can't really remember because it's been so long since I allowed that kind of stuff to happen to me. I'm definitely going to set boundaries, like period, with my relationships with people, and I think that's what really helps me get by. But definitely, I've definitely been through those types of scenarios where I'm doing good, right? Like I'm on my shit, and then my friend called me up and like, listen, you know, after drinking for 30 days or whatever, then they call me. Said, fuck it. So yeah, like stuff like that to that degree happens to me, but nothing like too extreme where it was like, you know, because of my relationship, like I lost someone or I damaged something in some way, you know. Like not that I can remember. I know it happened to me, but it's been a long time. I'm trying to think of something.
That is a good thing. Mine is recent. Mine is recent as hell. But I don't want to sit there and be like the whole negative person on here.
No, man, tell us.
Transparent. Listen, a lot of people on here can relate to what you're about to say right now.
Right,
you know?
right. And so I like the fact that you sit there and said it hadn't happened to you a lot because you create boundaries. What happens when you like at work and it's your leader? So it's kind of hard, you know what I mean? And that's what happened to me like last week. So last week, I'm having a great day. You know, I'm working from home. You know, I got my cup of coffee. I actually slept last night. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, good. Hey, I'm good. You know, I'm on my computer. Let me sit there and do my thing. And I'm listening in the meeting. I'm actually paying attention in the meeting. Actually paying attention because most times I'm half asleep. So I'm actually paying attention in the meeting. And so I did what she told me to do, and she called me back to like, why didn't you do this far? I'm like, because you said not to. Because you remember in the meeting, how many times I'm so sick of telling everybody the same thing over and over again. So obviously, whatever mood she was in this morning, whatever did happen at your house or didn't happen the night before, whatever that was, I got put in that position, and of course, it's my job, right? And so.
Gotta walk on thin ice.
This is where that medium ghetto come in because somebody will sit there and talk to you crazy. So I want to be like, all right, let me tell you.
I
got to calm down.
Yeah, so I'm like literally on the phone doing this. Okay, what exactly is it that you need from me? Like I had to, I did a big sigh, so you know I'm mad. So please don't push me no further. But you know what I'm saying? She took me out of my whole zone because she was in a bad mood and in the struggle that she had. So and I couldn't do nothing about it because it's my lead. I can't be like, hey, you know, here's my boundaries. She's gonna be like,
yeah, you know, I get you. I get you. But yeah, that's where a lot of like meditation come in at because I understand how you feel about that. I feel like I have similar situations when it comes to family sometimes, you know, where it's like I don't wanna, you know, like, but I have to set the boundaries. Like, listen, it is what it is, but I know what you mean because sometimes I just can't completely just be like, I hear you, F you, don't come over this way, you know, like I can't do that entirely. But yeah, I don't know what to say with that one with the work situation. But she's not in your circle, though. She's not in your circle.
It happens,
and you don't have to allow her to, you know.
True. Because after we got there off that line, and I was mad, I was mumbling, I was cursing and everything. And you know what? I took a deep breath. I went for like a little walk. I tried to calm myself down, and I was like, no, it is what it is.
Yeah, for real.
Past it. Yeah.
Pay it.
And that's what I do. So I take a break. So I get negativity at work. I'm in human resources. You know, it's negativity all day. All I deal is like, yo, when you like, I kind of like, I'm very welcoming. So people just tell me a bunch of stuff I don't want to know. And it's to the point where I'm the person that like everyone comes up for, like, let's say someone had an abortion. I know everybody in that joint had an abortion. I even know the guy you was talking to. I know the whole story. I know he had a baby mom. I know the whole family lineages. I know all the messiness. So in my mind, I just deal with pure negativity almost all day. Anything bad happens, they usually come to me. A guy apparently was peeing on the toilet, and they were like, HR needs to fix this. Like, what the hell you want me to do? Like, hold it for you to help you pee? Like, so to walk you out to the bathroom? At the end of the day, like, you see the worst in the selfish type of people. So your mind, those people start to become the norm. So every day I have to make sure I don't go home and be like, yo, people suck. Like, people are fucking horrible out here. I gotta, like, people be still in hope there. I'm like, yo, who kids is these? Who made y'all like these? Like some people kids, I don't know how they gonna make it. Like, some people work at the job I'm at, right? And they get fired for bad attendance, and then they get rehired for bad attendance because the job lets you come back in 90 days, even with bad attendance, as many times as you want. So they work at this one job for like 4 or 5 years, just keep getting fired for bad attendance, and it's like they don't get it. And you start to and you see a norm. You start to see like 50 or 60 people do this a week, and you're like, yo, like, is this normal?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's like it teaches you something. At least you get something out of it. Like, listen, I know I don't want to be that person. Or
exactly. Or like when your bosses, my bosses they're a little bit more positive, but my coworkers can get negative, and it's really only because sometimes when you like it's nothing personal for you. I had to realize it's something they're going through. It's personal for them.
Absolutely.
And
I do not take things personal, and that's how you got to look at it like that. When it comes to people in these situations, that's all my motto. Don't take it personal, because everybody got their shit, and everybody's going through something. Right. As long as you ain't disrespecting me, listen, you keep that over there. I wish you nothing but the best. I'm gonna send love your way, and I hope you get through this. But nah, it ain't gonna come over here. I gotta keep these energies up high. I ain't about to be sitting here stressing. I am not about to be stressing over your stuff. Listen. I got 3 kids. I got stuff going on, my damn stuff. Like, that's the last thing I need. I'll be in a mental institution if I take on somebody else's problems and issues. I ain't got no room.
Exactly. So, next one is, you ever heard of the saying you are like the 5 closest people that you spend the most time with?
Mm-hmm.
So, what are like 5 people you spend the most time with? We can't include kids here, all right?
Listen, that's where it's going. Listen, it's a 5-person household. That's my 5, including me. I top of myself and my 3 kids and my fiance. The end. But it's the truth though. Like, that's really just my reality. I have people, like I said, like I have I'm a popular person, but I had to learn that everybody doesn't deserve my energy and my time. So with that being said, yeah, I'm choosy on who I am giving it to. And with that being said, I have ratchet friends and I have positive friends, and I let that balance itself out when I am in the mood to hang out or to do certain things. But I'm not people that often. Like it's spread it out. Like I don't have like a top 5 people that I'm always around.
All right, I got a question. I got a follow up though. You said ratchet or positive. Like, can you be ratchet and positive?
You can be ratchet and positive. I'm so sorry about that. I do not want to sit here and stereotype no ratchet person, because you definitely can be a positive ratchet person. But what other term I could use, like low vibrational. But
you know what I learned though? Like, I was talking to somebody before, and he taught me something, and it blew my mind. He said, "Don't think of things as wrong or right, because that'll just steal your joy. Think of things as appropriate or inappropriate." And that like changed everything. I was like, "Oh snap!" So was it appropriate what I was doing at that time? And appropriate can mean different things in different circumstances. It's appropriate for you to be at the club drinking, but it's inappropriate for you to be at school drinking.
Right.
Or the job. Don't forget the job. People be doing this. I'm seeing a lot of Crown Royal bottles in the parking lot lately.
Listen, they gotta do what they gotta do. They gotta do what they gotta do. But yeah, I think so. And it's crazy because even like the people I wanted to say was ratchet, like I can't say that they're not. Can I say they're not positive? To some degree, like they can be. They are positive, but
they may lack positivity at times. You know, they might not always be the most positive people.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not the people who come in my circle, like they bring that. Like, so if you are on the internet showing your ass, doing the most, cussing people out, fussing, gossiping, whatever, like when they come around me, it's not that. It don't be that. I can try to get them on my level, and sometimes they might try to bring me down to their level, but I don't mean to say down to their level, but to their level. And I'm trying to be careful with my words over here. I ain't trying for nobody. But the minute they do that, like I said, I set those boundaries, and they end up turning it around. You want to talk about this person? I'll change the subject.
Healthy or unhealthy, and instead of appropriate or inappropriate too. I guess you could say unhealthy.
It's like the same thing, because I don't want to healthy or unhealthy.
Because it really in all reality, like we are emotional beings. So we have to, like, let's say when you're working out, right? We got cheat meals. Cheat meals are important. If you do a bunch of weeks without a cheat meal at least once a day, you're gonna cave in and you're gonna like gain everything back. Like, I remember I tried to be straight edge too much, and on my 7th or 8th week, I just pretty much went to a buffet and just trashed my whole diet. But eating one meal a day, it like nourished me emotionally. Because we could totally be healthy. If we were all logical our whole lives, we would be all millionaires. We would have straight teeth. Our feet will be, and our nails will be done. Our heart rate will be perfect. We would have the best relationships in the world. We'll probably be in space if we all were logical. But at the end of the day, like if you don't feed your emotions that have healthy emotions, and one thing I really strive to do now is do one thing daily that I like to do. Nothing to do with business, nothing to do with like making money at all, nothing that adds stress on me, something I actually just enjoy. And sometimes it's unhealthy.
Listen, I said that balance.
Right. I'm about to say that. You said it, and I guess the key thing is that balance, whether it's a cheat meal, whether it's hanging with people that may not be as appropriate as they need to be in that particular
right.
Well, me, it's really about balance, because if we were all straight edge, we would be teeth straight, all this other stuff like you said, but it'd be like probably the most boring life ever.
Absolutely.
You gotta have a little bit of that hot sauce.
Exactly. Listen, the name of the podcast is perfect. Medium ghetto. Because I could relate to that 100%. I'm definitely medium ghetto. Listen, I forget where I come from, and I'm able to talk to the people. I'm able to talk to the people. I'm sorry, he just threw me off. I'm able to talk to. I can relate to people who came from the same situations and surroundings and background as I have. So, I'm not about to be out here acting like I'm just I don't know, stiff. Like, nah, I got a little spice to me.
Edge,
right? you know.
Yeah, but welcome back, Jared.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what happened. Well, yeah, okay.
Let's just talk about our present selves, like who we are now. Like our friends are, I guess you could say, are healthy and unhealthy habits. I got a lot of unhealthy habits. I won't lie.
Me too.
I smoke hookah with one person.
You smoke hookah with one person? What does that mean?
Like, I got my hookah.
Yeah, like you don't smoke hookah because like that person is your vibe, so you'll smoke hookah with them.
Yeah, and then like, all right, let's say I go to the gym by myself, or I do certain things with certain people that do that balance because it creates that edge. So you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I'm
because they're a pro at doing that. Like if my boy is a pro at like the thing that I want to have as my edge, I'm gonna hang out with him.
Yep. I'm with you.
If my friend is the pro at like what's going to further my career, I'm gonna hang out with him. I might do both. Shoot, I don't know. The only thing I probably wouldn't do is like drink too much at home. I guess that's the most unhealthy thing I can think about.
Drink too much at home?
Yeah, it's a bad habit.
Listen, I hate that. Listen, I will be depressed in here if I'm in here and I try to drink. I'll be like thinking like, listen, see, it's the end of the world. I'm going through it. Like, no, I cannot. I'm definitely a social drinker. Like when I'm at home, I can't even get myself to that point. Like if I try to have like, first of all, I can't even do shots at home anymore. But like if I drink some wine or something, like maybe, but like I'm not about to draw.
Like listen to this. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about moms and fathers drinking a lot at home with a lot of kids.
Right.
I feel like
okay, my kids are in bed, so I like if we do, and we listen. Sometimes we are so boring because we'll try to turn each other up. And be like, we're gonna put them to bed. We're gonna sip our wine, or we're gonna take a shot or something. By the time first of all, kids gonna be playing. They got to do everything before they finally fall asleep. It's like 9, 10 o'clock. I'm tired. It's over. Yeah. Next time we can do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. So our kid-free weekend is when we really, really, really utilize it. But like, let's put that out there. I'm with you on that one. I don't do a whole bunch of drinking in front of my kids.
I used to be so nervous when my daughter was young. Like I didn't take NyQuil for like the first 6 or 7 years because I didn't want to fall asleep and sound sleep. She wake up and she need me, and I'd be like, gone somewhere.
Yeah, that's scary.
I was nervous about taking NyQuil, so I know I wasn't drinking again. So
for real.
She's 15 now, so when she comes for the summer, she comes. Daddy can sit there and have a little sip. It's all good.
Yeah, that's what's up then. That's what's up. Yeah.
I'm with you. Though? Like smoking weed now is so normal. Like parents smoke weed with their kids now. How you feel about that?
People smoke weed with their kids.
Like they're teenagers.
Oh, when my kids become a teenager, I'm gonna smoke weed with them.
Yeah. How you feel about that? That becoming like a normal thing.
I think it depends on the household and the kids and the parents and their relationship. Like you know what I mean. Like it ain't for me to sit there and judge. I don't personally smoke weed. I've never smoked weed before. I've taken edibles a couple times. It didn't work out for me. It just ain't anything.
Listen, you took edibles. Listen, edibles is on another level.
Edibles didn't work out for me, so I was like, you know what, weed ain't for me. You know, drinking is for me. And so me and my daughter, we had those conversations. We sit there and talk about it. I don't think she don't feel like it's for her. I think she cheers the fact that out of her mom and her stepmom and myself, I'm the only one who hadn't smoked. So she cheers me on for that.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
But I wouldn't never shit on anybody else from that because I can see their perspective. And I have a friend that maybe she don't really smoke weed, but she will go get weed for her kids, and then somebody else will smoke it with them because she trusts her kids, and that's the type of relationship they have with their kids.
Yeah.
My mom used to do something similar. I remember I used to drink before 21. I don't know, Mom. I think you out of the statute of limitations right now. But yeah, she let me drink before I was of age, but the reasoning was because it was safer. If I tried to ignore it and I went into a more dangerous situation because I was trying to hide it from her.
Yeah, I've definitely we part of the same family, and so I definitely heard stories about them growing up in that way where it was like, yeah, I'd rather you do it here than anywhere else.
And you learn your limits at home. You know what I mean? You learn your limits. So if you get fucked up at home, then you at home. She got an eye on you. You safe. But you get fucked up out there with your friends, and they fucked up. It could be disastrous. So
your wallet missing, your shoes gone.
Yeah,
you ain't making.
But that's another thing too. But that's another thing too. Like if I'm gonna smoke with my children or whatever, like, doesn't it sound a little like toxic to abuse it though? Like we about to be in here fucked up off of weed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that makes a difference too. Like having some type of control over it, whatever. Like, 'cause I mean, it's people who really believe in weed, and you have to smoke because it's supposed to be good for you or whatever the case may be. I think it is the perception thing of it, but it's like I'm not going to tell nobody who I know got that weed down the street at the corner, and you just bought a cube, and y'all just about to go home with the kids and start just blowing it down in some backwoods and listen to some music like that. That's a whole other thing, I think, right there.
I feel like that's a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but your parents are your first circles is your parents.
True. Very true.
That's a big deal. Like, I don't know how people would be like, if I had a toxic parent, like, how would I, get by it?
I mean, it happens. Like, I feel like when you have a toxic parent, like, you either going to be just like them, or you going to plant your flag in the sand and decide that you're not going to be anything like them. And I love my mom to death, and I've talked about it so much, on different platforms and everything. So she ain't gonna kill me, hopefully, Mama. I know what you said. You're gonna listen to Instagram Live, so I don't know. but part of that time growing up, she wasn't always the most. We say she was sick, and that's when she had she abused drugs, and she abused a lot of alcohol and everything. And for me, a lot of people thought that I would go down that road because it was just prevalent right there. I had access to it and everything. But I think that's where my people pleasing came from, because I wanted to make sure that she was good right up front. So in a sense, did it cause something for me like later on in life that I got to deal with now? Yeah, but I didn't necessarily have to go. I didn't necessarily go down that road because of that. And I think because of that, it increased my compassion for people and my love for them to make sure that people's good. All that came from caring about somebody who wasn't quite right at that time, but now she killing it. She called me today. It was like, "Yo, you good? I'm just checking on you." So
that's what's up. That's what's up.
That kind of happened to me. Like, I was born in like a family with no structure, and it made me try to go find structure. Because I was like, I don't know what was in us that'd be like, yo, something's not right here. Let's go find out what's right. You know what I mean? Like the structure is not boring to me now. I love structure. But growing up, I grew up, it's like, yo, I literally was told, just don't go to jail. That was my bare minimum. I was like, yo, my standard with you is not prison.
Right. Nah, for real.
Like, so let's get to the next one. Like, all right, what with some of the friends right now, like what kind of people are you gonna start placing in your life with the right qualities to make your future self proud?
Like what kind of people am I going to surround myself with?
Yeah, for your future.
Definitely, me personally, I want to start hanging around with people because through the years I've hung around people where it's like they probably didn't know what I know, but they was willing to learn. So I was trying to teach them. I went through that phase, and then that didn't really go too far. Then I had people who kind of met me in the middle, and it was cool. But then out of nowhere, I don't know what's up with Black people where it starts it's competition, and now we beefing because now I don't know. We're trying to be in competition with each other. Listen, that's not on my end. It's always on their end, but that's neither here nor there. And so what I mean by that, now I do want to surround myself with people who can teach me and can inspire me and guide me, like where I could learn something for once from somebody. That's who I aspire to be around. People who are definitely just genuine and, loving, kind, caring, passionate people, compassionate people. Like that's so listen, if you on this live and I'm taking applications, I'm joking. But seriously. Seriously though.
If you know something, holler at us. We try to learn something.
No, for real.
But you know what? You make a good point. It's kind of what you said earlier when you started talking about like, I want the content creators you see on TV with the big houses and everything.
Right.
That's where you want to be.
Yeah.
I saw something that said when you have a group, you should be like the least smartest person in your group. You know what I mean? And so that way you got people that you're learning from. You got people that's working hard. That's going to push you to work harder. You got people that are creative. They're going to keep giving you ideas. When you become the smartest person in your group, it's time to find another group. And I want a group. I want a group where I know that I'm a smart person, but I want somebody. I love people smarter than me because first of all, I'm competitive as hell. Because so I'm really competitive. I'm not gonna be jealous.
Me too.
I'm just gonna be like, all right, it's time to get up at 5:30 so I can work getting up at 5. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta start doing stuff. So I need that friendly competition. I need that positivity that says, hey, you're doing a good job. Because I don't tell myself when I'm doing a good job. So I need somebody to do that because I know I'm gonna do that for people. I need what I'm looking for. The number one quality what I'm looking for is my favorite word in the English language. It's reciprocity. I need it. So whatever I'm giving, I want to get it back.
Same here. Listen, we there with it. That's where I'm at with it, for real. Because we've been through some stuff.
All right. So, final thoughts. What does the company you keep say about you? How does it reflect your values, aspirations, and person you're striving to become? So, I can go first. So, the company I'm keeping now is more of a creative type who know what they want, who work on their goals every single day. So they're consistent, they're influential, they have a vision, and I need to be near people who are clear with a vision. When you're not clear with a vision, you ever just sit down and like, I don't know what I'm about to go do because you didn't make your list of things you had to do today. And now instead of like planning, like tonight after this, I have to write a list for tomorrow what I want to do. Because if I wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna start wondering and wasting energy thinking about what I want to do. So I want to be important people who are planners, who are like bricklayers. What was it? It was a book I just read. It was Chopping Wood, or was it I think it's Carrying Wood and Buckets or something like that. No, Chopping Wood and Carrying Buckets or something. It's about the hard work, people who aren't scared to, chop wood. And that's what I want near me. And I want the people who are growing and not just growing, helping other people grow. because you're starting to realize like collaboration is what builds everything.
Absolutely.
And we're like going back to where Black people, we talking about Black people competition. Black people that is in unhealthy competition pretty much ruin the environment of growth. And that's what I mean. Like, we could all be collaborating and adding more seeds and planting more and then sharing the crop and just having so much more nutrients in these fields for us all to win. Like, we could all be winning together. And because we're in survival mode, we're in the survival mode of like, what is it? The survival mode of competition. So I'm not just this is what bad competition sounds like. Bad competition sounds like, yo, I want you to win less than me. Not I want to win more than you.
Yeah.
Wanting to win more than you is better than wanting you to win less than me.
Absolutely.
I can
that
see
makes
that
sense.
for sure. Yeah, I definitely can see that.
I want to be away from the people who want my downfall so they can do less and be like, oh, well, that's why I didn't try in the first place.
Yeah. Listen, y'all hitting home.
I agree with you though. I've been like I've seen the transition from me sitting there trying to associate myself with more creative types and not just and I like what you said about direction, because that's important. Like, I want the creative type, but we know a lot of creative people that just be on some shit. Like, they just doing whatever. And that direction, that's what's important. Even if you don't necessarily have a clear plan, but you know where you want to end up. You know what I'm saying? So you work towards it. Like we talked about before, effort. Effort is always important to me. So if you got effort, you creative. You pushing yourself to be better each and every day. And even if you're not actively trying to influence others, just by doing stuff. Like, for example, shout out to Cookie. You know what I'm saying? So I see Cookie from the Dirty Bag Podcast, and every day I open my Instagram, Cookie got a clip. Like, it's a clip. She in her car. She in the studio. She said they're doing something every day. She got a clip. I'm like, damn, I need to get the clip. Like, so even though Cookie is not my competition, and I support her thoroughly, like, because she just doing her thing, I'm like, I got to step my game up. Like, that's
absolutely. That's healthy competition for sure. Yeah. For sure. That's same.
Yeah, you're not hoping Cookie's phone don't work no more.
Yeah, like, look, Cookie. I hope she get in an accident while she on that video.
Is her phone at 1%? I hope her phone at 1%.
No, seriously.
Yeah. So, and any parting words though?
I just want to say, if you're still here with us and you're watching it, and maybe you want to change your environment or maybe your circle, I don't think that, well, it is difficult in the beginning. I'm going to be honest. It could be difficult. But that's like anything. It's like exercising. Repetition is always key. And I know that sounds cliche, but the more that you are aware of it and starting to tune in and listen to yourself and maybe the things that, so first and foremost, like you just said, even when it comes to friendships and relationships, you have to write a plan or a goal or have some type of vision, period. Because you're going to end up attracting just anybody if you don't have, like y'all just said, a direction. If you don't, manifesting, people talk about this manifesting, is a trendy word now, but that's how you manifest. You have to start to visualize the people you want to be around and the things that you want and put that out there and set boundaries, like I said. So if you're watching that, I hope that makes sense to you. Start setting your boundaries, start visualizing who it is that you want to be, because that's another thing too. If you want some fuck shit and you toxic, you're going to keep attracting that back to you. So change yourself first. And as you change yourself, your vibe will attract your tribe. I always say that. So,
first of all, that's a hot line. I love it. That's a hot line. But I like what you said. I agree with you totally. That's because my part in chat is, take the time to sit with yourself in silence. Like, there's a lot of distractions out here in this world. Take the time to sit in yourself with silence. figure out what you exactly want. Because half my battle is me trying to figure out exactly what I want. Because I want it all. I want everything at the same time. I'm impatient. You know, that's the type of environment the society that we live in now. Take the time to sit there and figure out what you want. And as you make that list, that you cultivate exactly what you want to get right now. What's the goal in line? The people that you associate with, that is going to be clear based upon your goal. So if I say that I want, for me, if I sit there and say that I want a top 15%, top 10%, top 20% podcast, and that's what I'm saying, that's what I want. And I'm not just looking at anybody just that say they got a podcast, and then you might see them post the episode once every 6 or 7 weeks. Or you don't see the when you listen to the episode, you don't see the passion that they have for this, or what they try to do for it. You don't see the production and how they try to put everything together. I'm looking for people who are like-minded like me, who are trying to change the world, who are trying to open people's minds to different perspectives, who try to educate and motivate and inspire. I'm looking for those type of people that I want to associate with. Granted, all these other podcasts, sports podcasts, relationship podcasts, they're good, but it's not my niche.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for people that's doing that in building, so I can collaborate, like we talked about, collaborate with these individuals, have that friendly competition with these individuals. Because I don't create a competition in my head without you even knowing that we have a competition.
Me too. I'm guilty. Listen, I'm guilty. I'm guilty of that.
I'll do it. So
I'll do it too.
But we'll do that, and then I respect you more because you're pushing me even when you don't know that you're doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it starts first with being silent and figuring out exactly what you want, and not just trying to move just to move. The society, the internet, social media, everything's gonna tell you that you need to move fast. But take your time and figure out exactly what you want. I think that's the first thing.
Yeah, I love that. And also, I
can't end anything better. But what's going on?
I was going to say, some people are probably watching this and confused, like, well, I don't know what I want. The best way where I started with figuring out what I wanted in life, friendships, relationships, money, whatever, is writing out what I didn't want. So, yeah, so just to give you that. Yeah.
All right. Well, I can't end it any way better. Y'all killed it. I really appreciate y'all. How can we connect?
Via social media. Oh, are you talking about each other? Or are you talking about with the viewers?
The viewers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, listen, just, give me your information, but my fault. You could, via social media, like I said, I'm on every platform, mostly every platform: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and it's all under Yanni Bonnie, or Twitter Yanni Bonnie 8. Simple.
And again, I'm Jared Dam, the host of the It's About Damn Time podcast and the CEO of The Whole Damn Show, which is a full service digital entertainment company that specializes in helping creators with development, production, and just overall creative management. It's a company I kind of launched this year that I'm just starting to get my feet wet in. But you can listen to new episodes of It's About Damn Time every Tuesday. New episode will come out tomorrow on Tuesday.
Okay.
This coming Tuesday. So you can find me on social media everywhere at The Whole Damn Show. That's DAWHOLE DAMNSHOW. That's The Whole Damn Show all together. Or It's About Damn Time Pod. I'm there in both places.
Bet. So with that, I bid you adieu. Thank you so much. Stay medium ghetto. Thank you all for viewing. And if you want to be part of this podcast, leave a comment on whatever social media. I will love you on. Thank you so much.
Peace.